Welcome to Mazid Academy. In this video, you'll learn how to create a debit note in Mazid. Debit notes are used when you return goods to a supplier or record a refund due from a supplier. This process ensures your purchasing and accounting records remain accurate and aligned. Let's go step by step. Let's get started. To begin, navigate to the Debit Note section from the navigation bar on the left. Click on Debit Note. Once opened, the Debit Note window will appear. Here, you'll find all previously created debit notes listed in the system. You can filter debit notes using several fields: the ID, supplier name, and return against, which shows which purchase invoice the debit note is linked to. You can also filter by status, using the drop-down box to choose between draft, return, debit note issued, or other statuses. If you want to add a new debit note, you have two options at the top right: Add Debit Note or Import Debit Notes. Let's start with the first option. Click on Add Debit Note. You'll need to manually fill in the required data. Begin by entering the supplier name. Alternatively, you can select a purchase invoice to return against. From the drop-down list under Return Against, choose the relevant purchase invoice you wish to issue the return for. Once selected, the system will automatically fetch and fill in all related data from that purchase invoice. Next, scroll down to the Stock Items section and fill in the item details. You can also fetch item data automatically by clicking on Get Items From and selecting one of the available options: Purchase Charge Expense Invoice. Now make sure you've entered the supplier invoice number and supplier invoice date. If you need to update the transaction timing, adjust the posting date and time. Then select the currency, and from the drop-down menus, choose the Project and Cost Center. The Is Paid option allows you to automatically record the amount received back from the supplier. This is useful when the supplier has already refunded the amount for the returned goods. After that, select your cash or bank account from the drop-down list. Then enter the payment amount and the check or reference number. Next, check the Stock Items box. Under Set Accepted Warehouse, choose the warehouse where the returned items will be received. In the Items section, you can also create a partial debit note if you're only returning part of a purchase instead of the full quantity. Then, confirm the total amount. Once all fields are complete, scroll up and click on Save at the top right corner. Your debit note will now be saved in draft status. Once saved, the related financial and stock transactions are automatically recorded in the system. If you're ready to finalize, click Submit. Once submitted, the transaction will be reflected immediately in the company's financial records. Now let's move to the second option: creating a debit note using the Import tool. Click on Import Debit Notes. You'll see two options under Import Type: Insert New Records to add new debit notes, or Update Existing Records to modify existing ones. Choose Insert New Records, then click on Download Template. Select Excel as the file type. Next, choose the export type, for example. Select 5 records. The system will automatically include all mandatory fields required for data import. If you want to include additional information, manually check the boxes for those fields. Then click Download. Open the downloaded file and fill in all necessary data in the external sheet. Once complete, return to Mazid to re-upload the file. Click Attach. Then My Device. Select your file and click Upload. Finally, click on Process Upload. You'll now see a preview of your uploaded data inside the system. Review all entries carefully to make sure the data is correct. You'll also notice an option labeled Submit After Import. Check this box if you want the system to automatically finalize the debit notes as submitted transactions. Leave it unchecked if you prefer them to stay in draft status for review. Once you're ready, click on Start Import. The system will automatically create the debit notes according to the uploaded data. And that's how you create a debit note in Mazid, whether manually or through the Import tool. This ensures all your purchase returns and supplier refunds are tracked efficiently and reflected accurately in your accounts. Thank you for watching this video from Mazid Academy.